This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We promised you that Randy Mcmicheal, former Dolphin tight end, is kind enough to join us here on the program so we could talk a little Dolphins. Man, over the years, I gotta bring Randy on and we talk about crappy Dolphin football. It's nice to actually bring him on so we can talk about ass-kicking Dolphin football. Follow him on Twitter at RandyMac81. Mr. Mcmicheal, how are you doing, my friend? Do we have him? There we are, Randy.
What up?
There we go.
Yeah, what up, man?
How you doing?
What up, man? Yes, man. Happy holidays to you, big old man. As you know, it's always a pleasure to hang out with my dude. But you're right, man. Over the last few years that I've talked to you, we ain't had nothing good to say about them damn Dolphins, but they playing well, and I'm just excited that, you know, that a culture seems like it's changed out there and they won us a football game.
That culture thing, it's not overrated, Randy. Explain to people that culture is incredibly important, and why is it so important in your game?
Well, I mean, it's all about a mindset, and it's all about a belief. And
I think we lost Randy there. All right, Randy, I don't know what happened now. We're not hearing you. Oh, we lost him. All right, we gotta get hooked up with Randy again. Let's see if we get it going. Give Bill a second here to get Randy again on. See if we can get him on. And we'll talk to him about the Dolphins. If you want to get in, you want to chime in on the text line 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the program, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. As always, follow us there on Twitter. All right, do we have him again? Let's see. And Randy, you there? Okay, do we have you?
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm right here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
man.
but no. But I was saying, you know, the culture, they have a belief down there, man. I mean, and it's not flashy what Miami does. It's not, but it's hard nosed, and you can build off of hard nose. And I think, you know, with some more pieces around the young quarterback and some more guys on defense, this team could be special, man.
So let me ask you something. When you look at that young quarterback, I've been actually really impressed with him because he's under duress all the time. He doesn't have great weapons, and he's finding ways to make plays, and he's making quick decisions. Is that what you see too?
Well, I mean, I saw it firsthand how he did my damn dog. He ripped my heart out plenty of times up here in Atlanta with my damn Georgia Bulldogs. But the one thing about him is that he is so accurate. He ain't the biggest dude, and he looks smaller for some reason. The uniform that he did in in that Alabama Crimson Tide. But I just look at this guy, and we got a quarterback. And we got a quarterback that's going to be around for a long time. I love what I see about him. He's a natural-born leader, and he is just not afraid of the moment. Like, you can't sit there and say, oh, well, he played in damn Alabama. He's played in big games at big moments before, man. And that's the one thing I love about him. I love his poise, and I love the fact that, you know, these guys play hard for him. And, I mean, he's only going to get better. I hate that when you compare rookie years of quarterbacks.
I've been really, really impressed. And Randy, you know, I was talking to folks a little while ago on the show about this. I think this is our best tight end since you. I got to say, I mean, when we talk about playmaking, range, all that stuff, the kind of things that you brought to the table, this is like the closest thing to you now in Mike Gesicki, man.
I like Mike G, man. I like him a lot, man. I think he has got better because I'll just say it. He was soft when he first got. Yeah. I saw a play in the preseason where they had him split out in a 5'8" DB, threw him to the ground. You know, and it's a different game when you get to the big boy league, especially at tight end position. Where I just think that And he's matured his game. He's matured his body. And you can tell that he's a big man now, and you know, he still ain't gonna block no damn body. But I think just as far as everything he does in the pass game, it's been unreal, man. And I just, you know, I know he's banged up right now. Don't know if he's gonna play this weekend out there in Las Vegas. But I mean, this young man has all the tools of being a big time playmaker in his offense, and you can see that him and Tua have that catch he made the other a couple weeks ago between them two dudes. I mean, that was just unbelievably a big-time play by that young guy.
Randy Mcmicheal joining us. By the way, you could follow him on Twitter like I and so many others do at RandyMac81. Randy, you've watched Chan Gailey at the pro level and at the college level, even right there in your backyard. So tell me a little bit about what you see from Chan, because I covered him as a beat guy when he was here as an offensive coordinator, and I thought he did a terrific job here under, I think it was under Wanstead, if I remember correctly, and I thought he did an excellent job. How do you feel he's doing with what he has right now?
Well, the thing with Chan is he has a quarterback-friendly offense. You know, it's not overly complicated as far as some guys, it's a sentence to call a damn play, and it's not like that with Chan. And I thought that, you know, that was a great hire for a young quarterback, you know, and Chan's one of those guys. Chan's up there. I don't know how much longer he's going to be there, but I think as far as just him getting these quarterbacks ready, he does a great job. Try not to put too much pressure on the young guy. I know they got some good running backs down there, some deep, you know, serviceable backs down there, and Gaskin and guys like that. They got to go get them some dudes. And as far as the weapons, I mean, Parker has really, you know, the last couple of years surprised me. I wish he would stay healthy, but I didn't know what to make of him his first couple of years in the league. But he has turned into a bona fide number one receiver when he's on the football field. But they got to get more around Tua. And that's the thing about this league nowadays. It's all about, defense is cool. You love defense, but you got to build around your young quarterback. And I expect them, because, I mean, it's a possibility, you know, they make the playoffs and they'll still have a top 6 pick because they have Houston's pick. So there are plenty of people around, you know, in coming to college who are like, I would love for them to go get Devontae Smith to put with Tua. You know, Devontae Smith, the receiver out of Alabama, who he threw the ball to that beat Georgia in the national championship game, by the way. And it still hurts. But somebody like that, you know. But they got to get this offensive line right. Because, again, he ain't the biggest dude in the world, but you got to protect him if you want. Because if you protect Tua as accurate as he is, you go, the sky's the limit for this young man. I mean, I love what I've seen from him so far.
Yeah, no, I'm with you because, you know, he can read and react, and he's just learning at this point, which is scary to think he's been able to handle everything like this so far as a rookie. So, Randy, if you have Jamar there, you have Chase, or you have Smith, you're taking the Alabama kid over the LSU kid, because I lean slightly to Chase only because he's got 25 pounds on his body. You know, I know Smith is 1 inch taller, but one kid's 200 and Smith is 175. And those 25 pounds, man, I just kind of worry at the next level. 175-pound wide receiver is not a good and I know he's going to gain weight because he's got the frame and all that. But I just worry about that, where I like the LSU guy slightly. I mean, not by much. I mean, we're arguing, we're splitting hairs, as they say. But I'm actually leaning the LSU kid only because of the body. How about you?
I understand. Jamar Chase is a special player, but and I'm not saying that he is not going to be a great runner. I always look at things like this, big old out of sight, out of mind. I ain't seen him in a while. But that year he had, the year before, he was spectacular. But I just love Devontae Smith, and the reason why, I'm just going to go with the familiarity is the main thing to me. But this young man, he plays bigger than that right there. And I look at different players, Marvin Harrison, who a lot of people compare him to, Hall of Famer. Torrey Holt wasn't a big guy. Should be a Hall of Famer. These guys like that, he has that in them as far as in and out of his route. He's such a great route runner. His great releases. You know, he's not as big. And you can say after the catch, Jamar Chase breaks tackles and all things. Devontae Smith people don't get close to him. He pulls away from him. He's faster than you think he is. But my main thing I look at it is just the familiarity. And I think he's better than Jamar Chase. I just look at the familiarity that Tua has with this young man in the rapport, and I think it will be something that from the get-go, because they have that relationship, it will be impactful from day one.
No, I'm with you. It's impossible to argue the familiarity part of it, that those two guys know each other and they're
And
going
it
to
wouldn't be a reach either. It wouldn't be a reach.
no,
Yeah.
no, not at all, not at all. And that's the beauty of, man. This is the perfect season. You know, Miami had one in the '70s. This is the other perfect season. They get to root for Miami, right? And they don't have to worry about a stinking draft pick position because the other team is taking care of business by losing. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. And how about the Randy? How about this? This is the best part about everything that's gone on with the Dolphins. Believe it or not, it's Chris Greer, dude. That guy hung out there for 15 years watching one clown after another screw up, and he took his notes and he like, you know what? Now I know not what to do. I won't do that. I won't do that. I won't do that. And since he's taken over, it's hard to find mistakes in the first 2 years here. It's almost like everything he does, he finds the right coaches. He hires a couple of more personnel guys like Marvin Allen and Reggie McKenzie, who are exceptional. I mean,
Right.
you know, and I said this over a year ago. It's not now. This is not hindsight stuff. No, I said it over a year ago. I told everybody that Miami's going to prove to have one of the best front offices in the NFL when it's all said and done. And for me, that's been the most satisfying part because I had too many people who were telling me, well, he's been there for 15 years. He must be part of the problem. And it's like, no, dude, he's black. That's the problem. He doesn't get a chance because he's black. I mean, let's just call it like it is, dude. And you know how I am on this show. I don't screw around here. And I'm glad that finally they gave the minority the damn opportunity he had earned a long time ago.
Man, Big O, I said the exact same thing today on my show here in Atlanta. Because I like that. I've been knowing Chris a long time. Chris was an area scout when I was there, when I was playing for the Dolphins. And I didn't know him, but I just knew him. And he's a good brother. And I was so happy and so excited for him when he got his opportunity to be the general manager of the Miami Dolphins. And he's been well. He's done great things so far. And he's continually trying to build that program out. And with the help of him and Flo, you can just tell they are like connected at the hip as far as where this program needs to go. Reggie McKenzie is a great, springboard or whatever you are, bouncing off ideas because he is great at his job too. And you're right about the minority GMs, and I think this year, there's going to be a lot of hires because there's a lot of qualified guys out there to be, running football teams. A Big O. Yeah, I mean, you look at Lewis Riddick and what's his name? Smith, guy that's from Houston. Richard. Yeah, they talk about he's the favorite.
Hey, finally they went and interviewed Jim Caldwell.
Jim Caldwell.
Detroit looks so racist for firing a guy that gave you 3 winning seasons out of 2 and 2 playoff trips. Jim Caldwell took the Lions to the playoffs 2 out of 4 years. Dude, you got to build a statue for that man in Detroit. They don't do things like that. And they go and hire this slob with a bird's nest on his face who can't win 5 games. Man, it's a terrible look for the Lions, dude. Terrible look.
It is, man. That's why they're a horrible organization. They're one of the worst run organizations. But back to the Dolphins. I mean, I just love the direction that they're going in and everything. And I don't believe that they're a year too soon. I don't believe in that crap. I just believe in playing ball. And they play ball the right way, man. Are they, like I said before, are they flashy? No. But they just win. And I think that's one of the things that you see. I sit here and watch every Dolphin game, every Sunday, every single play. And I just, the difference from 2 years ago watching this football team, they look organized. How about that? They look organized. They look like an actual football team that can go out there and compete and not probably win. They look like, okay, the Dolphins are going to be in this game this weekend, man. Right. And that's why I just love watching them play on Sunday.
Somebody told me on the show today, hey, don't count out the Patriots. They'll be back next year. And I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm done with that already. I'm done with the fear of the Patriots. We feared the Patriots because we didn't have a coach. We feared the Patriots because we didn't have a front office. We feared the Patriots because we didn't have a team. We feared the Patriots because we didn't have the culture that they had. They got the culture now. They got the team. They got the front office. They got everything now. And the last 2 years, they sent them to the wild card round. And this year, they eliminated them from the playoffs. Miami now can compete and beat the Patriots on and off the field. And you know what I mean by off the field, the psychological part of it. They don't have that stranglehold anymore in this division. It's really now the Bills and the Dolphins that should be battling for this division the next year or two.
Well, I mean, when you look at the sustained success that the Patriots had, I mean, it was rightfully on. I mean, they had the best quarterback and the best coach, and they played in the weakest division. Call it what it is. The AFC East was weak, and now you see the Bills doing what they're doing, and now you see what the Dolphins doing what they're doing. Who gives a damn about the Jets? And the Patriots are rebuilding, and we haven't seen that in over 20 years, Big O. They've always been a model of consistency, like you said, on the field, in the front office, head coach, all these things, and all that's going with head coach still there. But they ain't got no damn talent. Their talent looks like what Miami used to have. They have no talent. And when you don't have talent, I don't give a damn how great a coach Bill Belichick is. Hell, if the players can't make plays, you can't win games. And they don't have that. And I think we give – well, at least me. I give Bill Belichick – we'll always give him the benefit of the doubt because he is the GOAT as a head coach.
Right.
And we think that he'll figure it out. But right now, they don't draft well. When last time we drafted a quality skill position player? You know, as far as a receiver, somebody like that. They don't do that up there anymore. So they got their work cut out for them. But right now, the Dolphins, they're young, they're hungry, they got money to spend, and they got a quarterback on a rookie damn deal.
Yeah.
They got a quarterback on a rookie deal right now.
Hell, Chris Greer just bamboozled Belichick out of a 6th-round pick for Isaiah Ford. And then he got back Isaiah Ford because they didn't know how to use him, which, again, that's where don't tell me Isaiah Ford can't play because I've watched him here in Miami. He's not – I get it, dude. He's not, like this elite slot guy, but he's a serviceable player. You can get production out of him. They couldn't because maybe they don't have an accurate quarterback, but our guy will be able to use Isaiah Ford, and guess what? You got a freebie 6th-round pick out of it. That's the difference with the Dolphins now. Instead of losing players and they go excel in other places, now they are bamboozling others this Houston Texans trade, Randy. This is going to become one of the great trades of all time because Chris already replaced Tunsil with Jackson last year. So whatever he does with these next 2 picks, it's incredible gravy, baby.
Oh, it needs to be around the quarterback. That first pick, they'll get you Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, somebody like that, and find some ways to fill out that defense. I mean, Chris has set this team up for success going a long way. That was a big haul he got for Larry Thompson. And I thought Larry Thompson was a good player. I didn't think he was a great player. But if you were going to play a great player, because I think if you were going to pay him, you would have paid him. But I just don't think they looked at him as that stalwart left tackle. And so you trade away and you give up and you get all those picks back for him. And you see what Houston's doing. He's a really good player. Don't get me wrong. I think Larry Thompson's a really good player. But I would have gave up those picks for him also. Yeah. I would have gave them up too.
I mean, and you got a chance now to really set your team up with those picks. That's absolutely amazing. Randy Mcmicheal joining us. All right, Randy, so what do you think happens on Saturday, man? Boys pick up their 10th win?
Hell yeah. They ain't there against the damn Dolphins. Yeah. I mean, you look at what's going on out there in Oakland. They're in disarray right now. The quarterback position, Derek Carr's cleared the practice. Who knows? John Gruden doesn't like him.
Defense is terrible.
The defense is awful.
Oh.
The defense is awful. A lot of those draft picks, those high draft picks, they've been hurt all season and COVID and all that stuff going on out there. But this is a game where the Dolphins should win if they go out there and have their mind right. And the one thing I've noticed about the Dolphins since Flo's been there, they haven't really lost games that they're not supposed to lose. Like, they're supposed to beat this team. That's why I think they're beating. I think what's the line, like 2.5 or somewhere like that?
It's up to 3 now. It's up to 3 now.
It's up to 3?
Yeah, money's coming in on the Dolphins.
The Dolphins should win this game.
Yeah.
With 83 in that black jersey is a damn problem.
Yeah,
you got to find a way to stop Darren Waller because he is a problem. And he is their offense. Yes, they hit runs over top. Jacobs is banged up. 83 is the key. You got to find a way to corral him. You get him stopped or just contain, and you should win the football game.
It's hard, bro. You know that position better than us. That kid's special, bro.
He's a problem. He's a problem. And then everybody knows his story. He has one of the greatest stories in the NFL right now. But I mean, he is a problem, and they have no pass game without him. So they find a way. And I'm sure Flo them cooking up something that he ain't seen yet. But yeah, you get him stopped because what they want to do is run the football. They want to be a power football team with Jacobs and play action pass. And if they can't run the ball with Jacobs and who is still banged up, then you just got to stop 83. I don't know if Marcus Mariota can relive some of that match. He played really well when he filled in for Derek Carter a couple weekends ago. But I like the Dolphins in this football game.
Well, the beauty is that's the other thing about this coaching staff. Like Eric Rowe is in charge of that. So obviously he's going to be the guy that covers all the tight ends. You're going to probably have to help him a little bit, but that's one of the things I love about what this team has done, dude. They get a Van Ginkel, and they find a role for him. They get a Nick Needham. They find a role for him, an Eric Rowe. This is like all over the place. Randy.
But where did he learn that from? Where did he learn it from?
He learned it from Flo and the Patriots.
You mean exactly.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely. Of course. But that's what I love. Hell, Randy, our team couldn't come up with 3 good linemen. These dudes have 7 now. 7. I mean, last week, our boy Dieter, who struggled last year, okay, he's a rookie. Dude, he came in. He played really well, actually. He was pulling. He was going to the second level and everything. I was actually dying to see Dieter again because I don't like giving up on young guys on their first year. Because
Me neither.
People don't realize how much a young guy's head is spinning in the first year in the NFL. Like, they don't realize that the young man walks in and goes, holy crap, everybody's as good or better than I am. Wow. And then all of a sudden, they got to turn it up in the classroom and in the practice field in order for them to compete with all these other guys because they're just as gifted, but they're also working the mental side of it. And then that's where, obviously, Dieter had to kind of improve his body and all that, and he played well, dude. That's the thing about this team. This coaching staff finds a role for you. Look at Durham Smythe and look at Shaheem. How about that?
I like those guys, man. But Miami has a damn start 5 in their damn tight end room. All of them dudes like 6'7" taller.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some big guys, man, and they use them, and they all know their role. They do their role so well, and then you always throw in a little trickeration on special teams with this team also. I mean, Flo is like, reserved and mean mug. He's a damn good football coach, and the guys, they love him. And I think that's the biggest thing because I'll admit when Chris hired him, I was like, ooh, I don't know this guy. But the thing about it is I trusted Chris because the one thing that anybody who hires an assistant off of the Patriots staff, they always go back, well, the Patriots, Bill Belichick, he's a coach. They can't coach out without him. And that's the biggest thing that I love is that he's succeeding with. He's going past that role. You know what I mean? Like he's not like he had some Bill Belichick in. You can tell that during his media sessions and all that. But I think and I don't know him personally, but I just think that the guys when he's around his team, he's completely different. I just think that.
I'm with you.
And then he was going to fight too, so that's what I love. I like that.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't coach scared too. That's the other thing about Flo, which I absolutely love because we had Joe Philbin here who was too busy picking up papers from the ground and congratulating the other team in every press conference, which I swear to God, I felt like just jumping over the podium and punching him right in the face every time he did that. I mean, seriously, dude, it's just like it drove me crazy. Follow him on Twitter at RandyMac81. He is Randy Mcmicheal. Randy, enjoy the game on Saturday night, baby. Win number 10 is coming.
Oh, no doubt, man. Hey, man, you and your family have a happy holidays. All the Dolphin fans, I still got so much love for you guys. I appreciate you. You have a happy holidays. Blessed New Year. Big O, anytime you need me, I'm here for you, brother.
You got it, baby. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, my friend. Much love. You be good. There you go. The great Randy Mcmicheal.
That was awesome.
He's always awesome.
That was absolutely. And you know what? You could tell that he watches the Dolphins game. Like
religiously.
He is hardcore.
Religiously. It's always been like that. He never stopped being a Dolphin. Whether he was playing for San Diego, because it was San Diego then.
Right, yeah.
It didn't matter where he played after he left Miami. And it doesn't matter that he
His
lives
heart was
in
left here.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
He's always been a Dolphin, and he always wants us to do well. And he's a really good dude. I've known him since I was covering him. You know what I mean? And he's just exceptional people, man. It's always good to have Randy McMicheal on.